There's an underground movement in LA known as Freebirth, where mothers give birth at home with no doctor and no midwife. Pasadena mother Joya Roy comes from a medical family. Her father is a professor of gynecology at USC. Her mother is a registered nurse. So it came as a bit of a surprise when Joya decided to give birth to her third and fourth children at home in the backyard with her husband.
I see a baby.
For some new mothers, childbirth is a family affair.
Oh my God! It's beautiful.
For others, it's something to be done alone.
Oh my goodness.
Joya Roy of Pasadena gave birth to her first two boys in the hospital.
In a hospital setting, it's like the odds are stacked against you.
But for babies 3 and 4, she stayed home with husband Ben, giving birth to Omja and Katan in a backyard birthing tub.
It really brought us closer together to rely on each other.
Omja, now 3 and a half, even got a front row seat to his baby brother's birth.
But I was stayed up all night.
Head is out.
Ben and Joya insist they understand the potential risks of a home birth, but feel childbirth should be treated as a natural event, not a medical emergency.
If you find comfort in the hospital, go there. But for me, that's not the case at all. I get really tense.
And it's part of our biology for that to happen. It's a happening. It's a natural thing, not an emergency.
That's a view shared by Laura Shanley, the author of Unassisted Childbirth.
Our culture has developed many fears around childbirth. You cannot take a natural bodily function and bring in strangers and drugs and machinery and not expect it to change.
Laura gave birth to all 4 of her children at home.
When I felt the time was right, I walked over to the bed, and seconds later, my baby just came flying out. And so my husband caught him in midair.
Not everyone thinks this is a good idea.
It's taking us back to the 19th century.
Dr. Lori Reynard of St. John's Health Center in Santa Monica has delivered thousands of babies.
The greatest risk would be maternal hemorrhage. You could lose a massive amount of blood very quickly.
Every year, 500,000 women around the world die during childbirth, most in developing countries. Sometimes it's the children who die. Australian mother Janet Fraser is a leading advocate of unassisted birth, seen here with her first 2 children. Her third died this spring of apparent cardiac arrest during an unassisted birth.
95% of the time, things go smoothly in obstetrics. But then there's the other 5% where the bottom just falls out, and if you're not in a hospital, you can die or the baby can die. And there's really just too much at stake. Just a few hours, it can make such a crucial difference in your life or in the life of your baby. Why take that risk?
For Joya Roy and her family, Katan's birth was a moment of family bonding.
It was just really happy. It was like a party, a big celebration.
It's okay, baby. You're beautiful. You're a perfect baby.
That was Joya's second unassisted birth. Her first wasn't quite as smooth. Omja was born with the umbilical cord tightly wrapped around his neck twice. Joya says she simply reached down, unwound the cord, and everything was fine. If you'd like more information on the unassisted birth movement, you can log on to our website, abc7.com, and we'll link you.
Those of you who want to use your